Hi, it's Yvonne here. I'm currently working on a painting gift for my friend Anna Facio, who recently got married. And I included a pencil sketch of her from the side in her beautiful wedding dress and a bouquet of flowers. Also included her father, Gabriel Facio, in the top right hand corner as well. So the line art is in place. I think I'm just going to draw maybe a few doves. Just excuse me, I'm just going to look at some visual references of it on the internet of doves flying. So what I'm going to do is draw maybe a few doves. Just give me a minute. Okay, I've got visual reference here. So the aim of this painting is to depict Anna in her wedding dress and her father. In this picture. This dove is quite big. Yeah. I don't know, it looks more like an eagle, to be honest. If I try and put the wings in here, it's freaking huge. Yeah, that's like an eagle. So, yeah, so I'm going to raise that. It's too big. That's what happens. Lesson learned. Yeah, so I'm going to work on a smaller dove. A dove should be like, I think it should be the size of her head, maybe. Yeah. And if the dove is further away, it should be a lot smaller than her head. So if it's right next to her face, then yes, the dove needs to be to that scale. So these are things that artists need to factor in. We have to have a good mind for maths, physics and geometry. The further the objects are from the foreground, the smaller it should be. So I think we should aim for a dove roughly about this big. So yeah, I kind of like skip that step of actually blocking out a rough box where my dove should fit. So I think, let's put the dove here. I'll put the dove here, do the wings here. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not aiming for photorealism because for this picture, I'm really I want to create a piece that's really abstract and it's more focused on feelings, the feelings of things, the feelings of an occasion, rather than defining objects as I can't talk and draw at the same time. I'm gonna have to excuse me for a moment while I work out these basic shapes. There, I think that works. All right, that's like a dove. I hope it looks, doesn't look too big. I could go a bit smaller. What do you think? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to really bother put one dove Maybe I could do 2 more here. Let's do a dove here. I'm going to do this on tiny. Every time I think let's do something like that. That's the bird, that's the wing. So I'm just blocking out the basic shapes. There we go. I think that's small enough. We don't want it too big, otherwise it's going to look become the focal point. It's actually just intended to be meaningful symbols. You have to excuse me, I can't talk and focus at the same time. There we go. And then we've got the second wing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be splattering paint in the background, like have lots of different colours, like complementary, soft, harmonious watercolours splattered everywhere. I might put some salts on there so it creates a special texture. And then I'm going to use probably this masking fluid here so that the birds remain white. And so I can do photorealism and paint like with a Renaissance style, but it really depends on my mood and what I want the audience to feel when they see my artwork. And so I want to create a warm, soft, harmonious, romanticized kind of feeling, and so we're going for pastel colors and we're going for soft watercolors. My goal is not to achieve photorealism but make it feel like a dream state, and so that means surrendering control to the mediums. So now learning to do splatters is actually a very skilled talent, because if you don't have any skill with splattering paint, you can quite easily end up creating blobs covering up key aspects of the picture, and then you can't actually see who you're painting, what the story is. And so you know, you do want to surrender control to the medium, but also guide it in a way that gives it an effect that's aesthetically pleasing to the eye and can still tell the story about the characters and the feelings that you want to convey in the picture. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I don't want to make it too detailed, otherwise it's just, you know, if it looks too real, it's not going to feel like it's a dream. Like, you know, I just want things to be like a bit of a blur, abstract, but it's more feeling based, if that makes sense. So it's more like impressionist way of approaching artwork. So that's the first wing, and then this one needs to come out here. Yeah, that's the second half. I think there should be a third one. 3 for luck. Go look for more reference pictures. They're all flying that way though. It's not a problem. Maybe I could do one flying another direction. Like a really tiny one. I love doves. Okay, going for a tiny one here. I'm gonna aim for like this. So it's by the time you've done the body and you add the wings, and then it's like way too big. Okay. One of my neighbours, I don't know what they're doing upstairs. I think they're vacuuming. I think noisy vacuum cleaner. There we go. That wing looks too big. Stop down here. It looks too big. That needs to start from here. It's a lot smaller. There we go. That wing is so bizarrely shaped. It's not funny. I'm struggling with this though. I think the head's too high up. There we go. That's more correct. Bird looks messed up. too focused on details right now. I really shouldn't be. Need to keep it abstract. And that works. Okay, we're done, Dust. All right, that looks good.